Ira Epstein of Glynn & Associates with your morning flash update for this Wednesday, Fed Day. And it's the 31st of July, last trading day of the month. And the time right now is, 9:15 a.m. Central Daylight Time on July 31st. So we're looking at the market. There's two events today. You get the Fed statement coming out at 1 o'clock, that's p.m. Central Daylight Time. Approximately 30 minutes later, we get the Fed conference where the explanation and questions from the audience, the reporters comes in, and the Fed explains what they're doing. Now, the market so far is widely anticipating a quarter-point rate cut. The surprise would be either no cut or a half-point cut. And another potential that they could do is also decide to end the runoff of the balance sheet a little bit earlier, because when you're running off a balance sheet, you're really taking money off the sheet. You're not reinvesting it in the market. That's a tightening process all by itself. So they could go the quarter-point cut. They could surprise with maybe letting the balance sheet runoff stop now rather than in September. It's not that much of a time difference, but you don't know. At the same time, we're looking at the gold market having sold off nearly $10 from its highs. Silver market down about 20 cents from its highs. Copper market responding to nothing coming out of the U.S.-Chinese trade talks except an agreement to meet in September. This was a very short meeting. It reminded me of the North Korean meeting with the president and Kim Jong-un, if you think about it. It ended, in a half-a-day meeting, if you think. A dinner, small meeting, nothing was accomplished in that. On the energy, Saudi Arabia talking again that they're sticking with the price, with the supply cuts. You're getting a bounce in the crude. I think it's a mixture of short covering and hot heat hitting parts of the southwest, if you will, now. The first heat that they've had that's serious in a while. Yesterday was over 100 in Dallas, those areas, and you're getting a little follow-through from that. We also get tomorrow, I believe it's the EIA numbers on storage, so I'd be watching that, but it looks like short covering. And in the grains, it's more follow-through to the downside, wiping through on some cases into the 100-day average of support in the corn. I'd be looking at that number pretty seriously. Little bounce in the cotton market off of the heat stress is how I'd play that, or look at it at least. That word play is probably wrong. In the second quarter, employment cost index came in right where the market thought. The index came in up 0.6. They were looking for up 0.7. The year over year up 2.7% to 2.8. So you can see salaries up 10. There was nothing there super bullish. The ADP number is a good number, 156. The market expected 150, and they even revised up the June numbers. The mortgage index, still slipping here. Nobody seems to be overly aggressive in the U.S. Yes, I know pending home sales went up yesterday, but the index itself, what's the refi that's climbing? But as for new mortgages, these numbers are telling you they're just not out there. And again, U.S.-Chinese trade talks, everybody's going to say they went well. But well's defined as what? I guess they didn't walk out on each other immediately. That probably is as well as you're going to get. In looking at the marketplace, I want to remind you, I'm going to be writing today about what the Fed does, when they do it, what I'm interpreting they said, and of course then we're going to have to get to the employment data. If it looks like the ADP data, all the Fed could say is this was an insurance cut or cuts. Again, the market could be surprised that the Fed does nothing, but I think that would take the stock market by big surprise. When you take a look at what's going on with what I do, I write about the markets, I give you oral commentaries as well if you're interested in them, and then every morning in my subscriber video, and you'd have access to this if you haven't seen it before, I talk about and set you off at about 6 in the morning, I record what the day's events look like, some trade ideas. I'm able to say in that particular tape, buy here, sell there, do this. You'll see the good, the bad, and the ugly because nobody walks on water. How do you look at it? Well, you can give my staff a call. They'll set you up. You can go to our website, www.iraepstein.com. You'll see our free offerings page. Click on that. You can also click up here at any point to get there. You're going to see very shortly a new look to our website, so look for that to happen in about 10 days or so. And I will be on Bloomberg TV if you're catching this early at 9:50 a.m. today, Wednesday the 31st. You have a good day. I'm Ira Epstein.